guys, welcome back to another video on the European Football All-Time channel, and today welcome to my Game Week 22 Premier League predictions. Now if you're wondering why the hell have I got a headset on and why the hell am I whispering, mainly because it is like 1:47 in the morning and this is probably the only opportunity really I have to record this video, so yeah. Anyway, make sure to smash the like, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Okay then, so the first game is from St James's Park. It is the lunchtime kickoff as Newcastle take on Bournemouth. Now this should be quite an interesting game, to be honest. Newcastle are now in the top four. I think it's the first time this season that Newcastle have climbed into the top four, but you know, Bournemouth as well, having a really good season, currently sat in 8th position, only a point off the European positions, and they're actually only, and they're now, and they're actually the Champions League, so if they actually win this game, Bournemouth, obviously because this is the first game of the weekend, so if Bournemouth win before everyone else plays, they will be only 1 point off the Champions League. I mean, that is just ridiculous. Could you imagine Bournemouth in the Champions League? It probably won't happen, but it would be crazy if it does. Newcastle, their last game was that 3-0 win against Wolves, a comfortable win for them. 2 goals for Alexander Isak. I mean, let's just talk about Alexander Isak for a second, because what a season that guy is having. He's played 19 games in the Premier League this season, 15 goals and 5 assists. I mean, is he the best striker in the Premier League at the moment? Because I think he probably is. He's just scoring week in, week out, you know. Like literally, listen to this. He got a goal and, 2 goals and an assist against Wolves, a goal against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, goal against Tottenham, goal against Man United, goal against Villa, hat-trick against Ipswich, goal and an assist against Leicester, goal against Brentford, goal and an assist against Liverpool. Like seriously, he is just on fire at the moment. I mean, Newcastle overall are just doing really well. At the moment, you know, they're doing really well. At the moment, I mean, so are Bournemouth, you could say. I mean, Bournemouth haven't lost a game since the 23rd of November. And as well, I mean, players like Semenyo, Clive have been doing really well recently, but I think it is at the back where they are kind of struggling. I mean, yeah, they haven't really conceded as many goals recently, but on their day they do kind of struggle at the back. But I do, one player defensively who I do like for Bournemouth is Dean Huijsen. I think he is a really good player. Also as well, Milos Kerkez on his day, the Hungarian, is very good. Newcastle, I mean, I've already spoken about him already. For Antoine Semenyo, you know, I think he's an absolutely unbelievable player. But for me, I think with this game being at St James's Park, I think this has only got one winner for me, and I think that winner is Newcastle. I'm going to go with a home advantage, clean sheet as well. Newcastle 3, Bournemouth 0. By the way, apologies if you can't really see me, so yeah. Anyway, the next game is from the GW22 Stadium. Actually, you know what, I'll turn my laptop on so we get a bit of visibility. But yeah, anyway, the next game is Brentford versus Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool currently top of the Premier League. They're not just having an amazing season, you know, they're having a... yeah, I mean, Liverpool, they're having more than an amazing season. They're having an absolutely unbelievable season. I mean, Liverpool just at the moment just simply cannot be stopped. Obviously their last game, yeah, they drew, but I mean, they didn't lose, did they? But to be fair, Forest did play well in that game, but I thought Liverpool in the first half of that game against Forest, I don't think they were great, Liverpool, but I thought second half was a lot better from Liverpool. Honestly, I mean, before they have the corner, he brought on Simicast, Simicast takes the corner, shot, score. style after beating Fulham 3-2 at the London Stadium. Crystal Palace, obviously they got a 2-0 win away at Leicester, and it's now also 5 games without defeat for Crystal Palace. They're doing very well at the moment. Obviously we just spoke about that West Ham game with Fulham, and from looking at the highlights, West Ham played very well. It was a lot more quicker, like the style of play, like the style they were playing. Like under Lopetegui, it was all slow and that, but from watching the highlights of the Fulham game, it was like they were more up for it. You know, they were pressing from the front. It was a lot quicker. And also one thing I did note is when Fulham were counter-attacking, West Ham did have a lot of numbers back defending. So that's one thing I did notice from the game. But you know, Crystal Palace, you know, they have got good attacking players. You know, Mateta, Eze, and that, and defensively they're pretty decent. So yeah, I mean, I think this could go either way really. I think West Ham could win it. It could go Palace. But yeah, if in the end, I think it will be a draw. West Ham 2, Palace 2. God, my ear is killing me. Anyway, the next game is the Saturday night football as Arsenal take on Aston Villa. Now both teams winning in midweek. Arsenal obviously winning the North London derby against Tottenham. I mean, Arsenal really did deserve it, really. You know, they were by far the better team. I'll tell you what, for Gabriel played really well. Lewis Skelly was good as well. Aston Villa with a 1-0 win away at Everton. It apparently could have been a lot more than 1-0. They did have apparently they had a lot of chances, Villa, in that game. But I don't know why, but for some reason I have a weird feeling Villa are going to get something out of this. I know defensively they've been struggling, and I mean going into this game, you know, they've got Ross Barkley, one of their good players off the bench. John McGinn's injured as well. Torres is out. Carlos is out. But I mean, I know Arsenal were literally the better team against Tottenham the other day. But I don't know. I just have a feeling Villa are going to get something out of this as well. Last year, Villa did go to the Emirates and won. But yeah, I'm going to go with the draw here. I think Arsenal are going to draw points. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. Sorry. Anyway, we move on to Sunday, and the first game on Sunday is Everton versus Tottenham. Of course, as you can see over there, I am a Spurs fan. And obviously, I'll talk about this actually. And obviously the other day, oh my god, hold on. But yeah, let's do that again. And the next game is from Goodison Park as Everton take on Tottenham. Now obviously as you can see over there, I am a Spurs fan. I think I've said enough times that I am a Tottenham fan. But I mean seriously, that performance the other day against Arsenal was just, jeez, I mean it was so bad. I mean honestly it was so slow, couldn't really pass to each other. It was just awful. Everton, I didn't really watch the game the other day. I mean I only saw like the first 20 odd minutes of that game, so I only saw the first 20 odd minutes of that game, so I can't really comment on much. But I was at my neighbour's house earlier, and he was an Everton fan, and he told me that Everton apparently were robbed of a few decisions. Apparently they should have had 2 penalties or something, but yeah, I mean, knowing Spurs will probably lose this game because that's just how crap we are at the moment. And I think it will be a tough game really, because Everton are very good defensively, but Everton, the problem is I just don't feel like I don't think they score enough goals really. I don't think they score enough goals really, Everton. So I think that's why we will win this game. In my opinion, it's going to be a narrow game, but yeah, I'm going to go Everton 0, Spurs 1. And the next game is from Old Trafford as Manchester United take on Brighton. Now Manchester United, I mean, jeez, they were absolutely I made a TikTok video about the Man United game the other day, And like, honestly, the amount of Man United fans saying, "Oh, we were good, we deserved to win that game." I mean, no, you didn't. You were absolutely shocking, mate. Southampton could have been about 4-0 up by half time. Yeah, they would have put their chances away. But you know, I think this is a winnable game for Man United. You know, Brighton. I mean, yeah, they did beat Ipswich, fair play, but they've been struggling recently. So I think this is maybe a good chance for United to get something out of this. But I'll tell you one player for me, who I think's been quite decent recently for Brighton, and I think it is Jorginho Roots. I think it's been quite good recently, so I think United have got to watch out for him. But yeah, overall, I'm going to go with a draw for this game. Manchester United 2, Brighton 2. And the next game is Nottingham Forest against Southampton. I mean, realistically, this should be an absolute walk in the park for Forest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I thought Southampton played quite well against Man United, but you know, Forest, they are just unbelievable at the moment. I mean, having an unreal season. Played very well against Liverpool. I mean, we're kind of holding on for the last 10-15 minutes, but overall it was a very good performance from Nottingham Forest, especially defensively. I thought Matt Sells and Murillo and Nico Williams, them three in particular, I thought played very, very well against Liverpool. I mean, like I said, Southampton played well, but I mean, going to the City Ground, it's a tough place to go. Forest are just, you know, having a really, really good season. So yeah, I'm going to go with a win for Forest. Forest 4, Southampton 0. And the next game is Ipswich versus Manchester City. Of course, Ipswich did lose to Brighton on Thursday, whilst Manchester City bottling it. I mean, City, they were 2-0 up from cruising, and they somehow fucked it up. And of course, some big news has came out of Man City yesterday, actually. Erling Haaland has signed a 9.5-year contract. 9.5. What? I don't think I've ever seen a contract extension that big. 9.5 years. He's going to be at Man City until 2034. That's ridiculous. But yeah, obviously, you know, Ipswich. I did have the game on Thursday because I was mainly more watching the Man United game. But Ipswich, I mean, they were decent, I guess. I mean, Brighton. I mean, to be fair, I mean, from what I saw, Ipswich looked okay. They could have been better in it. They could have been better in a few areas, but overall they were all right. But I mean, see, you know, they're starting to get back on form. I know the game the other day would have been a bit disappointing because obviously they were 2-0 up and drew 2-2. But I mean, Ipswich, I mean, they can't really defend. They're not really scoring as much goals anymore because I mean, before it was just Liam Delap and Hutchinson who were like, you know, scoring all the goals and getting the team going forward. That isn't really happening anymore. But yeah, I think just overall, I think City will win this game. You know, like I said, they're kind of starting, but they're slowly getting back to where they were. But yeah, I'm gonna go with a win for City here at Portman Road. Ipswich 1, Manchester City 3. And the final game of the weekend is on Monday night as Chelsea welcome Wolves to Stamford Bridge. Obviously Chelsea, I mean, bloody hell, what is going on with Chelsea? They are just dropping points week in and week out. I mean, 2-2 draw against Bournemouth. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bournemouth are a good team, but at home, Chelsea should be winning that, but no, they didn't. I mean, they were 2-1 down as well, and Reece James, like the 90-something minute, had to rescue them. Obviously, Wolves lost 3-0 to Newcastle. Kind of expected, really, because Newcastle are very good. To be fair, I think Mateus Cunha is back for this game. I'm not really sure, but I think Cunha is back, which I think is very big for Wolves if he is. But you know, Chelsea, you know, they've got to get a win in this game. You know, they can't keep dropping points week in, week out. I mean, Wolves as well, to be fair, the last 2 Premier League games they played, they've played 2 of the best teams in Forest and Newcastle. And you know, it's another tough game away from home as well. Because, well, I mean, I know the Forest game was at Molineux, but yeah, I'm pleased about that. I mean, they've got some tough games coming up. Wolves, obviously, they got Chelsea, Arsenal, Villa, Liverpool, Bournemouth, and Fulham. So they've got 6 really tough games that come in. Wolves, but yeah, I think Chelsea are going to win this game. I think they need to get a win. I think they will get one. So, yeah, my prediction, I'm going to go Chelsea 3, Wolves 1. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.